morning, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I pray that you are blessed. So today I want to speak about the dangers of compromising as a Christian. So I recently visited a nation that is quite high in idolatry. Like you can see everywhere there are temples to gods, and there are shrines everywhere. There are food sacrifices that have been laid out for their gods. So the nation is high in idolatry, and I visited it with some colleagues. Now, what I want to speak about is, I'm sure, something that most of us have been guilty of. So whilst we were at that place, we the hosts decided to take us to a particular place that is a tourist attraction. Now that place had a temple, and it had huge statues of their gods and their goddesses, and those things. And you can see a lot of people actually visiting that place and taking pictures. And I instantly recognized this place as a high place, and I recognized it as a place that a Christian should not go to. A Christian mustn't go to a high place. Now, one thing you might ask yourself is, what is a high place? So the high place is a place where in the Bible we would see other nations apart from the Israelites would, it's like a mountain place or a hilltop where maybe a statue has been erected, a shrine has been created, a temple has been created, where people would go to worship their gods, give sacrifices. And so God warned against such things. God said a number of times in the Bible to the Israelites that they must avoid these places. In fact, he said to them in Deuteronomy 12:2, he commanded the Israelites to destroy the high places of Canaan as they possessed that region. And he said to them, destroy these gods and wipe their memories out of your minds. So God is a God that does not compete with other gods. So he said to the Israelites, destroy these high places. What does destroying a high place look like today, in the day that we live in? In the spirit, you denounce that place. You don't go and revere that place. But a lot of these high places these days have been made to look like tourist attractions, and people go there and they take pictures, and in so doing, what you're doing is you are revering that place. And this is what God has commanded us not to do. Now, when you go to visit, these shrines and places like that, whether it's an ancient shrine, whether it's a modern shrine, it's a high place. A statue of a reclining Buddha, whatever it is, it's a high place, you see, and you shouldn't be visiting these places. What are the consequences of visiting a high place or not renouncing a high place? In the Bible, we read that when the Israelites failed to renounce certain high places, Solomon was known to worship at the high place of some god called Chenoith. I think you can check the pronunciation in First Kings. He worshipped at that high place when he lost his way. He worshipped at that high places. What are the consequences of worshipping at high places? The Israelites were taken into captivity. Physically, we saw them being taken into captivity. They were taken by Babylon into captivity. When we begin to read about Daniel, they were in captivity because of failing to denounce and renounce high places and to destroy them. What does it look like today to be taken into captivity? You'll be taken into spiritual captivity. How does spiritual captivity manifest as? You go and read Deuteronomy 28:15, where you see the curses that are as a result of disobedience to God. Cursed shall you be in your land. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body, who are your children. Cursed shall be the work of your hands. Such things. That is what it looks like to be taken into captivity today when you fail to renounce these high places. So I saw people, my colleagues who I was with, they went and they took pictures. So you taking pictures is revering these places, because you can't pay attention to something that is not important. For you to go somewhere and take pictures, it means that you are revering it, you are worshipping it, and that is a high place. So be careful of these tourist traps, places where people say it's a tourist attraction, and you go and you don't understand that you're visiting a high place. This is something that you have to be serious about, child of God, children of God. It's only us Christians who don't understand the implication of some of these things in the spirit. Other people understand. Other people, you won't find them going to such places. So be careful. Be careful and do not compromise. It's very dangerous. So my brothers and sisters in Christ, stay blessed. Have a good December month, and make sure you stay in prayer with God so that you're able to cross to 2025. Stay blessed, and good morning.